nice thing to do on this tour.
Okay, so yes, welcome
Thank
to
you.
dwfmedia. My name's Leon.
Hello.
I'm a fellow warrior. I'm surviving.
Magnificent.
In the song Lucky, you sing a line where it says, nobody knows that I'm lucky to be alive.
Mm.
Is there a truth behind this, and could you give up any secrets behind those lyrics? It's bothered me. I want to know.
I can tell. Well, it's quite an old chorus, that one.
Okay.
I think I began writing it. I remember humming it when I was 9. So it's a very old melody, and I think the lyrics to it came when I was around 11.
Okay.
And there is a certain truth to it. But I didn't fall from a tree.
No.
I was not
Okay. Okay.
It was not
So it's just being grateful, maybe, for life, and perhaps.
yes, kind of. Or at least I'm lucky to not only be alive, but actually feel
Alive. Yeah.
alive, and to experience not the light as in death, but experience this kind of
Experience this experience, I guess.
yes, the experience of feeling alive.
Yeah.
And it's more like you're lucky to be alive and actually enjoying it.
I like that.
Mm.
Okay. Thank you for answering that question. Do you feel that your soul has its own place to live?
It does when I'm home.
Okay. Is that where it's your resting place, of course, isn't it?
I do like. It's weird because I feel like everything comes in waves, you know, sound waves, and even the light has its waves. And it's kind of like I think your soul has as well. And if I'm in a room with noise, I feel like it collides with me.
Yeah, I understand.
So it's so nice to be in a completely quiet place. And the only sound, noise, that doesn't bother me or crashes with me, only flows around me and kind of protects me, is the sound we find in nature. When you're in a really quiet place,
Right.
and you can hear the ground and the tiny bugs, and you can hear a twig maybe cracks
From the
somewhere
trees.
because an animal flew by or walked by. And the wind in dry leaves
Okay.
is a very soothing sound for me. And it's nothing, I think, that
It's like the water flowing, you know. It's
the
very
water as
relaxing.
well. Just these natural sounds. I feel very alive there, and I feel like my soul feels very alive. So.
Did you and your sisters ever sing together? And if you did, what song did you all love to sing together? Or was you singing, one was making clothes and the other one was doing makeup?
Well, actually,
Miranda and
Victoria.
Victoria.
Yes, Victoria makes the clothes,
Okay.
and Miranda does the makeup. But she's actually quite into music as well. She has an education to be a music teacher,
Yeah.
and she actually played piano when she was 16, and then she stopped. And then I began when I was 6. She's 10 years older than me.
Right, okay, I was
So
wondering.
she kind of introduced, or she made my family buy a piano. So without her, there would be a piano in the house.
Okay.
So that was kind of what made me begin, I think. And we did sing together once, or twice we have sung together. One was in my grandfather's funeral, and the other one was in Victoria's wedding.
Oh, right, okay.
5 days ago.
Oh, really? Oh, congratulations, Victoria.
Yes.
What song was that?
In my grandfather's funeral, we sang Home,
Okay.
because it's kind of about him,
Yes.
and people like him. And then we made a new song for my sister's wedding, in Norwegian.
Okay.
It felt nice.
Okay, thank you. Explain the title of your album, All My Demons Greeting Me as a Friend. Is that something, again, is it personal to you, or is it something where, I mean, I was sort of thinking, when your demons are greeting you as a friend, it's almost like a disguise but also I was thinking maybe they all come together at once and then you move on. But I didn't know how it was for you. What is the title for you?
I like that it can feel different depending on who you are, which I like, and I like your way of interpreting.
Yes.
Yeah, interpreting it. Is that the
Interpreting,
right word?
yes.
Yes. And I think it's like greeting all your demons, greeting as a friend. I kind of think of it as this great closure in life, and you need it at least before you die. And some of us are lucky to get it 50 years before we die, which makes us live life and go through happiness and sadness a lot stronger.
Yeah.
And some of us needs that closure the day we die, the minute we die. And I feel very sad for those people who don't get to meet greet their demons as friends before they get to live, move on and live a life where you just accept everything. I think that's the hardest thing for us, is to accept things that went wrong, the people that did us wrong, or mistakes we did ourselves, and all those things. It's just
to be humble. This is a very big question.
Okay.
If you were given one wish,
Yes.
what would it be?
Only one.
Only one.
I think if you asked me 5 years ago, it would be to be able to fly.
Okay.
Because that was my biggest dream for so many years. But I think now, maybe that I could know for certain what was needed, if that makes sense. That I could know for certain what was needed on this planet, and for people, and for my family and friends and everyone, that I knew what I could do to fix things and make people happy.
And help people become warriors instead of weakness.
And just knowing it for certain. What to
But will we
say
ever
in
know?
a song.
That's the thing, isn't it? Will we ever know when if we reached that point?
Yeah.
How would we know? Because
How would we know? It's very true. And I think we do know a bit. And I'm trying the best I can with my music.
oh yes.
But it would be nice to have this clear answer. I know what to do. There's so many things that can be done.
How would you describe yourself to a total stranger?
Oh, maybe strange. Stranger. I think. But I'm very basic in a few things. Like, it doesn't take a lot to make me happy. Like just silence of fresh air, or like just eat simple things. So I'm quite simple in certain ways, but also very complex.
Okay. Us Geminis are very complex.
So I think maybe just very emotional, and that by time you will learn how to understand these emotions and why they appear, and when they will move on and be gone. So very, very emotional. And then just, I don't know, I would like them to find out themselves.
Okay, so it's kind of a mysterious then.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. If you could travel in time, where would you go? Or where would you like to go?
That's a very interesting question, I think, because time traveling, I think we have this idea because of the movies they make in America, that everything was very splendid and romantic many, many years ago, but I think it was a horrible time to be alive. I think, unless you were very rich and had this ability to block out your emotions.
Yeah.
Because you saw these horrible things happening on the streets every day, didn't you? So I think I would maybe go to the future.
Okay.
Or I would to when we...
Before we were even people?
Yeah.
It's,
I think a world without people is very peaceful.
but also, wouldn't it be a bit lonely as well?
I think it would be
I
very
think the
lonely.
Earth, the universe, desires company.
I think I would be lonely, yes. Unless I was a penguin on the South Pole. I think they have a very nice life.
The penguins.
Mm.
Well, is it the males? They carry the stones forever, and then they give them over to the mother.
Yeah.
And then she lays her eggs. And I think
The
he
male.
has to sit on the egg.
Yeah, because the mother goes to get food.
Yeah.
It's a very nice thing. Well, okay, I will go back. Especially before we had it. Anyway, like before the
Industry.
industrial
Yeah.
revolution, and before we found that much valuability in clothes and
Stones and things.
stones and gems
Yeah.
and coins. I quite like the idea of the time when we could buy a pig for a hen.
Yeah. Or some eggs for bread or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I would like that.
Apart from like playing the piano and things, what things to pass the time?
I do a lot of yoga.
Ah, okay.
I like to meditate a bit. And I really like to read books because it gives you this incredible adventure without even moving a foot. And it makes your mind, it trains your mind and your imagination as well.
Mm.
And it gives you this chance to relax, because you do relax when you read a book, because you zone out a bit from real life, which is very nice.
Mm.
But it doesn't have to rise. So I really love to read. It feels like I have this magical place and life that only I know about, which I really like. And I like to go for walks. I love to dance and paint, mostly oil painting.
Oil painting, isn't it?
And
do you do landscapes or animals? Or?
mostly trees and hands, and sometimes faces and eyes. But
I did eyes and hands, didn't I, when I was painting them. I use acrylics.
yeah.
Acrylics, that's nice. We are very... Geminis are always artistic, I noticed that. I know some people don't believe in the Gemini thing. So do you put them in your own home then, the paintings, or give them as gifts?
Usually I just burn them.
Okay.
Or if I buy, I don't know, when I'm done painting a tree, for example, on the paper, it feels so weird that I've drawn, it feels almost surreal because the paper was made of the tree, which is now gone, and I've painted the tree on the paper, which is a dead tree.
Mm-hmm.
And then it feels right, kind of burning the painting and bringing it out to the universe again.
It's interesting, yeah.
It just feels weird having a tree on a painting when it's made.
A tree. Yeah. Are you living your fantasy through your music, or are you creating
Not
it?
yet. Oh.
Are you creating
Well, there was not a fantasy.
Okay.
My life now, was never a fantasy when I was a child. It was not even a dream. It was just something that happened. And I feel like when I understood what this meant and how, because it got out of control, we did not intend for all of this to happen,
No.
especially not that quickly. And I didn't even know if I wanted to be an artist. I had different plans for myself. But then it happened, and when I understood that, okay, I've made a choice to try and to do this, and which means I will be able to travel a lot, but also miss home a lot. I meet many new people, but miss my friends and family.
Of course.
I'll make wonderful music and be able to share it with people, but also I have to compromise on it because I'm signed by record companies, and you can't do everything just as you want it, unless you're Prince, or David Bowie, as I'm not. So it's kind of this strange thing it feels, but it's not flat. It's very up and down. It's always very positive things, but then there's always something that bothers you a lot.
Yeah. And I remember you saying once that you hope that singing doesn't become a job.
Oh no.
That you want it to be.
And it hasn't become a job
Good.
yet. I'm not nervous anymore.
Okay.
Just a bit before going on stage, but not the same way I was. Which I think is nice.
Yeah.
And I still care when I sing. And I meet the people and I see their eyes. Maybe they're closed, maybe they're wide open. And it puts you into this special kind of emotion because you do it every night, but it's still very special.
Each
It's
time.
like having different things for breakfast every day. Because it's different. The venues are different, the sound, I'm different.
People, you're different.
The people are different.
And a lot of people, you know, I mean, they've grown to love you so easily and quickly. You know, and it's because it is real. You know, the people who are able to connect with you will actually understand that, and that's why you're loved so much.
It's very nice to be loved for who you are and not only what you do, but also both. Because it creates this pride in what I do. But it's very comforting to know that people seem to love me for who I am as well.
Yeah, not just the music.
It's very comforting because the music will change and maybe I will lose my voice one day and have to do something different. I don't think so. You never know. But it's comforting to meet people who see me as a person.
But if there was no restrictions by people's judgments or the law of the land, what crazy thing could you imagine you doing?
Oh, lots of things.
Just one.
I would love, I have an idea. I want to make a video
Okay.
that's maybe 20 minutes long. What it should be about is a secret because I will make it. But it's but if I had no restrictions, I could have had more possibilities to show the world what I find beautiful, even though it might not be correct or even beautiful to most people. But I find it beautiful.
Yes.
And I will do it.
Is it
in
just,
some way.
can I ask, is it just you, or is it with animals and, you know, like forests?
A bit of both.
Yeah? Okay. I look forward to that. I hope you can do it one day.
Yeah.
I really do. Because you're writing your second album, I think you might be finished now, I'm not sure, but I know you can't say, but yeah. So you have all that to go through when you've had a rest?
Yeah.
From what you said this morning. Okay, just a few quick questions. Quick answers. Okay. Hotels or camping? If you want to give an explanation why you are allowed.
Okay.
So, hotels or camping?
Camping.
Okay. Cupcakes or ice cream?
Ice cream.
Kids or adult movies?
I find the kids' movies much more, or old-fashioned kids' movies.
Okay.
I find them to have much more depth
Yeah,
than new adult movies, which I find quite strange.
the animation ones where they're before the computer-generated images.
I think the animated ones have some good points once in a while, but children movies.
Okay. Mary Poppins was my first one, I can remember. I
Yeah.
went to the cinema to see it with my mother, and that was just, I love it. Gothic or fantasy?
I used to be gothic, but now I guess fantasy.
Okay. Is it because it's more friendly?
No, it's just because I don't have the need to absorb darkness any more than, like, a few years earlier I had this need to signalize darkness as well, to where, I don't know.
You've learned to put it in its place
No.
now, and now it's...
Yeah, now I like it as a friend on the side, but it doesn't need to be me. I don't need to be it. And fantasy can be so many things.
Much more exciting.
Yes.
Flying or sailing?
That's very difficult. We used to sail a lot. So maybe flying then. So I haven't flown before. Unless flying in a plane.
However,
I mean flying
as a bird or
like
just
a bird,
flying in a
or
plane?
like Tinkerbell.
Yeah.
But if a plane or boat, then definitely boat. I love the sea.
Yeah?
Mm.
I guess I struggle. Did you have your own boat like locally and you just go down and
We had a
row?
sailboat when I was a bit younger, but then we sold it.
Okay.
And now we've always had a boat. Everyone where I live has a boat because it's in a fjord. Everyone has a boat. It's just how it is. But I think we're going to buy a sailboat soon because we love to sail.
Brilliant.
My father loves it.
I hope you'll share some pictures sometime
Oh,
if you get it.
I will.
Okay. And makeup or accessories?
Oh, accessories.
Accessories. What's your favourite piece of accessory?
These.
This one?
Because they make me glow. And I like the way they look.
Were they handmade or bought from a shop?
They were handmade by a girl from Italy.
Okay.
It's a small country next to Russia.
Ah, okay. How nice. Okay. And Earth or space? And finally, if anybody is thinking of doing music, but they are afraid, or they don't know which way to do it or whatever, what is some advice you can give them?
Oh, well.
I know it's different for everybody, of course.
I think my advice may be what you should not do to succeed, like successfully. It depends in what way you want to succeed. I think if success is what drives you, then you won't go very far, or at least not be happy. You won't find happiness in what you do. But if you go for like the relief
Yes.
of actually making art, I think there's a much higher possibility that you will actually be truly happy while you do it. And I think that now it seems like to succeed you have to try to copy what has already been successful. At least that's what most of the music industry seem to think, which I think is very strange.
Yeah.
The world, why would you, like, we need something new. So I would say go for what you have inside of you, because there will be a unique anyway, because you are.
If you're you and you're able to sing,
you are
do
you.
it.
And I would say if you're young, if you're 13 and you love to sing, then don't hurry. I know the world loves young people with talent, but it's such a... I would always recommend people to take their time. I was listening to the ocean